So Lewis with site.org contacted me for the recording of my thing.
Nice.
And I told them I had my hard drive crash and I lost a bunch of videos. I was one of them.
Oh, no.
So I'm looking for the other Rotary videos. But this one, I'm streaming right to the cloud. So
Nice.
so there isn't any hard drive for it to go to. I did find a copy, but it was lower resolution, so I can make a DVD.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to be able to have a website where you go to. Yeah. Something where you can look at all the different ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So now I gotta go back. Oh, gotcha.
With my cab, you never know if I'll be around. So,
Well, I can go anywhere in the Caribbean. Oh, okay. Like a timeshare? No, it's not really a timeshare. It's called unlimited vacation. He is the joke master. Pardon me? Roy is the joke master. Oh, okay. You do me a favor and let Tiffany know, please. Yeah. Well, hang on. Yeah, I got you. That might be the wrong date. It was March 25th. Oh. I can't find her one for this week. I know she sent it because I brief it. What's going on, Mark?
I saw you cruising around in your golf cart.
When, today?
No, the other day. I was like, he's not on the Segway. The RoboCop's on a
I'll take the golf cart if I
golf
go.
cart, yeah.
If I got to go grocery shopping, because I can't carry much on.
I think he had someone with you.
Oh, you know what, my brother. Oh, that's right. I saw you. That was my brother. He came in from Denver and his wife.
Oh, wait, dude.
Oh, you were coming down your driveway with it. Is that your wife or?
Oh, no, that was another time.
Okay.
I saw you again at.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, never mind.
Eat.
Oh, Mark. My luck sucks. I go out there to sneak a little bit of dessert. She caught me.
All rise.
No way, man. No way.
He's got his Communist Manifesto shirt on today. I know how to spend other people's money.
This is really yummy. Wow.
No, basically he's coming out as a Georgine.
They said, last me ought to help you. I'm sorry?
All right, John's talking to the sign. We're ready.
We are getting close. Give me just a few more minutes. Wait for.
I'm a kid.
I knew I should have got this to go home.
What's that?
I said I knew I should have gotten this to go home.
What?
I'm not gonna have it.
Mr. Expert Bell Ringer, if you
You can
could.
eat for your stuff. What? Oh, man, wait a minute. Yeah, you should have gone out
All
your
right,
toolbox.
good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
It is another wonderful Monday afternoon. And you know, sometimes no matter what is happening, you still have to be positive in it and push through. So yes, it is another wonderful Monday afternoon. I know we're short one person today, that is Roy, and he is a little sick. So, and Jim is not here, but Jim was on vacation last I heard.
Yeah.
In Tennessee. Yeah. So, do we have any other prayer requests?
My wife Terry.
My son, Joey,
Yeah. How's he doing, by the way?
he's doing well. He's just gotta have a whole new lifestyle change on food, what is gonna, between the heart and the diabetes, and he's gotta make some changes.
Right. Yes, sir?
Winston needs an alternator.
Oh, yeah.
So
Winston is still having problems
Yeah.
too. What's wrong with Winston? Needs an alternator.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Right? DC right now. I think I could use a new one of those myself. All right. If there is nothing else, Mr. Cody, would you please?
Yeah, sure. Father, we thank you for the day that you've given us. We thank you for the opportunity to gather here. And God, you have heard the requests that have been mentioned here this morning. We lift up Roy to you as he continues to recover from being sick. Father, we've heard Scott's prayer request for his wife, Terry. And we just lift her up to you today, that your will would be done in her life. And God, we pray for Miss Gail's son, Joey, as he makes these lifestyle changes, and just pray for him that he'll be able to do what's necessary, and that, Father, he would be feeling better and doing well. God, we pray for Winston, as Mark mentioned, and Father, we know that's his livelihood, and his ability to meet people in our community, and so we pray for that situation. And God, we thank you for our club and all the good stuff we get to do in our community, and we just pray you continue to bless us as we look for more opportunities to serve you by serving others. We ask all this in Jesus Christ's name, I pray.
Amen. All right, you can face the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
All right, fantastic. If you'll remain standing, and on the back of your bulletin, if you're not familiar with it, we have the Rotary song. And we have our expert piano player, and it is great to be back in this room where we have a piano.
There's some people that have that.
I'm sure all of us do an excellent a cappella. However, I think we sound, myself, a lot better when Miss Gail plays.
That's like the louder he plays.
Yeah. There we go.
R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is known on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, he profits most who serves the best. Hey! R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary.
All right, one more song, and that is America, to our American flag.
Our country 'tis a sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims ride, from every mountainside let freedom ring.
It's great to have all of y'all here. Just a few announcements I want to make before we get into our main production today. We are looking for volunteers. We have a couple of events coming up, actually 3 that I have on my list here. May 2nd, and if you will look, there is a sheet of paper on each table that has the current events that are coming up all the way through May. On May 2nd, we have a training day here. And this is training for 58, or for District 5830. So we are gonna have a lot of people here, and we are hosting this. So we want to be able to host it properly, and we need lots of volunteers for that. What do we need volunteers for? That is a great question. We don't know yet, but we're gonna serve wherever we can. And that's honestly, that's how it works. So it's all about serving, and that's what we want to do to all the other clubs that are out there. We want to be service above self for that, for all of them. Coming up on May 9th, we have, I didn't write the name of it down on here, but it's Fiesta
De Mayo. Fiesta de Mayo.
Fiesta de Mayo. So, de Mayo. That is going to be on May 9th. Not Cinco de Mayo, but Fiesta de Mayo. And that is going to be on May 9th. And we'll set up a Hot Wheels booth, and we'll have Hot Wheels to give out to the kids. We do need more Hot Wheels, and we need them for the other event that's coming up on July 4th. July 4th, we have an America's 250 coming up, and we've blocked out a area here at the Mineola Civic Center. We're going to be setting up our Hot Wheels booth there as well, along as a second tent and probably an air conditioner or some fans or something like that as well. But we do need volunteers for the May 2nd, May 9th, and July 4th. So think about those, put those on your calendar. Yes, ma'am.
Do we have a booth space for Fiesta de Mayo yet?
We do not.
Do you have $100 to give?
I will take care of that today.
Of course,
Yes.
yes.
John, the training for the Rotary on the 2nd, what are they training on? Is that something we should be going to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it really should. All officers of any kind.
It's online.
Okay.
They've got, so I'll tell you 1 or 2 that you might want to go to. One is Rotary 101.
Okay.
Which is really pretty fascinating. It goes through all the history and what Rotary, all the tentacles and different kinds of services around the world. And then they also talk about the foundation, what it does. But there's a bunch of other things too. There's all kinds of breakouts.
It's like an all-day thing, or the lunch? Or
8 until 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
And there's a lunch,
lunch?
and there's a light breakfast. I wouldn't call it a breakfast.
You do need to register.
Glossy.
Well, yeah.
Well, I bring donuts.
You do need to register for that event,
I think
and
it's $40.
Yeah.
I think for the day, which covers the lunch. And lunch, obviously, by Tyler. So you know the food. Okay. He's fixing new stuff for us.
All right.
and I will say that I was coming here for a while, and I was really kind of lost as to knowing what Rotary was all about. I went to that event, and it just opened my eyes on all the different things that we can do. So,
We just did something this last year.
every year.
They do it every year. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was last year. All right.
I went to Pets in Mount Vernon, before the training here, and I learned more from this training here than I did in Pets, because it's a different focus, but it's worthwhile.
That's just stuff was very
Secret handshake to learn everything.
Bill doesn't have.
No secret handshakes. But I will say that when it comes to learning, hearing and hearing and hearing, that's where we get our learning from, no matter what it is. It's just a continual hearing. So going to training like this is a great thing.
Yeah.
Do we have any other items that need to be discussed or committees that needs to make an announcement for anything? Okay, then we are going to move on to our incredibly awesome speaker today. I'm excited about this. How many I'm sure she's probably gonna cover this, so I don't wanna steal her thunder. How many people know what year, besides you, the Mineola Library started?
1950.
1950.
1950, can you believe that?
Wow.
I mean, that's almost like Roy's age. So, I shouldn't say that, he's not here to defend himself. Or is it?
That's the time to say it.
All right, so if you would, let's give a warm welcome to Mary Hurley with Mineola Library.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
That's fine. Okay, all right, so, you know about the library. You know, I am at the library. I started as a volunteer in '98 because they needed somebody to read to the toddlers. I did not go away. They put me on as part-time. I still didn't go away. They put me to full-time. I still didn't go away. And then my previous director said the only thing she can't do is QuickBooks, and she does math better than I do, and I still didn't go away. So I've been at that library unpaid and paid for a long time. What we're getting ready to do, well, let me back up. What we do throughout the year, on Tuesdays at 9, we have toddler story time. Toddlers come in and we have things set up for them to play. There's a little craft or an activity they can do because, let's face it, 18 months to 3-year-olds' attention span is that long. So there's an activity, and then they're coming in there to learn to share with each other, to make friends, for the parents to talk in complete sentences. A lot of them, they're first-time moms, or they've got the youngest child of the group and they don't know anybody with little kids anymore. So we've had a lot of friendships made through that, where they meet and they go on play dates or park visits or walking together. They also learn how to clean up. We do the cleanup song, and then they sit and hear a story and travel on. We do preschools on Wednesdays at 10. That is much more structured because not everybody goes to play school. So when they come into my room, we sit. The goal is to get up to 3 stories. I've got an older crowd this year, so we started at 3 stories. So we do a story, we do something related to the story, and then we go on. This last time, because last week was National Library Week, April is Poetry Month, so we read a poem about a library in a zoo. And then we sat down and we each wrote a book. Now, not all of us can spell, and that's okay. So these were picture books. And we had, on the cover was page 1, then page 2, and then you opened it out. If you wanted to do a full spread, you could, but that was the conclusion of the story. So we all did stories. Some of them I could see, some of them they had to read to me. And that's okay. These are the 3 to 5-year-olds. We have our Yackers, which is the Youth Advisory Committee. These are teens and tweens that are learning what can you do in a library besides check out books. And they ran a breakout room over spring break, and they're going to be doing that again as part of the summer reading program. So when that happens, we need help occupying the kids that are not in the breakout group, because they go in like, I don't know, 5 to 10 at a time. And then they go through and then they can go on. But while you're waiting your turn, you kind of need something to do. We've also been lucky enough to pair up with the Alliance of Therapy Pets, and we have Read to a Dog on the very first Saturday of the month. I'm sure many of you are acquainted with Bailey the Iradoodle. His sister Sunny came this past Saturday. Denim, who's this little tub of affection. Luna, who's a black lab, and who else do we have? Oh, and Sarge. Sarge is just like he sounds. He's an old brown dog with a gray muzzle, and he has a wicked sense of humor. When he gets bored, he'll look you in the eye, and he'll raise up, and he'll walk over by a piece of furniture, and he'll look at you, and if you're not giving him any attention, he starts moving that leg. And he starts, no, he sits down and wags his tail, just checking to see if you're watching me. But the kids, we had 16 children and adults this past Saturday, which is not the first Saturday of the month, but they adjusted for us since we were closed the last one. But we had kids sitting and reading to the dogs, or they would color and they go over and show the dogs the pictures. And again, that's a chance just to give your kids to meet the dogs, to read to the dogs, because let's face it, dogs do not judge you if you get all the words right or not, or if the words even go with the pictures. You might be reading your own story. The dogs also find who's stressed, and they will come over and snuggle with them. I never know I'm stressed till the dogs get there, but we do that. We have the American Girls Historical Reading Club, where you learn history through games, snacks, and crafts. You do not have to buy it all. We host 2 book clubs. East Texas Library Friends. We meet in Mineola, Lindale, and a private house in Ramsey County every 6 weeks and read a book. They name themselves. East Texas Perfectionists. They meet the last Thursday of the month at 6:30, and they read a book together. You don't have to have read the book. If you just found out about the book club and you want to come meet the group, come meet the group. We all chase rabbit trails. So you might not have read the book, but the scene in the book reminds you of something that you did in your youth, or it's on your bucket list. So we welcome everybody. And then if you read the book, that's just added bonus. But what is coming up, starting May 27th and running through July 1st, is our summer reading program. We have 2 targets on that. One is, of course, keep them reading over the summer. Because like with anything, like with piano, with reading, you have to practice. You have to do it on a regular basis. So you don't pick up that book and go, wheels are not turning. The other thing is to get them to come into the library to see that we are a fun place. We are a destination place. We are not shushy like we used to be. So now if Cody comes in, he comes up to the front desk, he doesn't have to say, well, that's going. He can actually say, I need a book about school administration. All right, Cody, we'll fix something up for you. We could talk in our inside voices. We are not outside. So that voice does not work. Nor are we a jungle gym facility. So we are not running foot races up and down the aisles. But we have Duplos that you can build towers with. We have animals that you can build cages for. We are rotating softer animals. I have this green toad alligator thing. I don't know what he is, but he's sweet. We have a Smurf. We have Sully from Monsters Incorporated, and we have T-Rex from Toy Story. Those are about to be rotated so that some more friends can come out and play. You can read there. We have computer access. The kids have computer games. I'm going to want to replace one of those computers and get the latest and greatest. So if you have $5,000 laying around, you can sponsor a computer station for the children. Our summer reading program, when we kick it off on May 27th, that is to invite the kids in, tell them what we're going to be doing for the next 7 weeks, but we're going to do games. The season's theme is unearth a story. So like everybody else, we're going the dinosaur route. So day 1, we will be ringing the Stegosaurus or whatever that is, 3-ring toss. And then we will have pin the arms on T-Rex. And then my board came up with an idea to go outside and walk around the building doing the dinosaur stomp, which is not that hard, stomp, stomp. Or maybe the pterodactyl walk, and go around.
How was that again? I'm sorry.
And you can thank Mitchell Asaph, those of us that know George Asaph's youngest son. He's the one that taught me that. Anyway, so we'll be doing that. There is Ranger Jr. from Tyler State Park will be coming back, and he will be talking about burrowing animals. I don't know what all he's going to do, but he's excited to be there, so go Ranger Jr. We're going to go on an archaeological dig. Now, those of you who have maybe experienced that, or you've seen it on Indiana Jones, you really have to jam that imagination hat on your head. Because it will appear that we have wading pools full of shredded paper. No, no, no. These are sectioned off areas of a dig site. And that is the elements we must dig through. And we will have dinosaur skeletons in the bottom that we must carefully unearth and see how they were laid out and see if we can't recreate said dinosaur. For our younger ones, this might be frustrating. Yes, I know, not necessarily cavemen and dinosaurs went at the same time, but we're going to find mosaics. Again, use your imagination hat. It's really like a 6-piece puzzle. So they, again, will be pulling out the pieces and seeing if they can assemble the mosaic as the way it looked when it was on the wall. So we have that. For our reluctant readers, we're going to have adopt a pet, and we will have these little dogs that you can adopt and read to. We have a limited supply of those. The Yackers are going to do a breakout room. I'm not sure what their theme is. Thrown it to them. They did a really good one with Candyland theme kind of thing on spring break. I have one day I'm still trying to figure out what to do. It's looking kind of artsy now. Our last day will be July 1st, which we will recognize those that read and their efforts. We will have ice cream, so I will need a scooper. I will need a chocolate squirter. I will need a whipped cream squirter. And I will need somebody to do sprinkles, because we all know sprinkles are for winners, and we're all winners because we read all summer. That day and the art day, we might have somebody sitting on the side while they're doing a thing, reading a story or two. I will pick simpler books that don't have to be edited for 5,000 facts in the middle. John came and I said, here's a book. You don't have to read all of it. And he goes, okay, sharp does this, and sharp does this, and there's all these facts in small print, single space. And he's like, skip it. And the shark swam through the waves, turn page. So you can edit it a little bit. We are also, as part of the state is doing a thing to celebrate Texas America 250. So this is a reading challenge. At the start, you get a handy dandy bookmark. I have 9 different bookmarks. At every 250 minutes, there's a reward, but you have to bring your little thing in so we can check you off that you've reached that point. I'm not telling you what the things are because there's somebody that's reading on the reading challenge, and I don't want her to give away all the secrets.
You're gonna have to give me all of them at one time.
I probably will. But that one, the goal is to read 2,500 minutes. Oh, that's a lot. That's only 42 hours by the end of 2026. If this summer is hot, I'm going to suggest to the children that they would read an hour a day. They can knock this out. But not only is it reading, it's listening. So if Mr. Frank came over and he's reading a book, he gets to count the minutes when he's reading the book out loud. Greg gets to count the minutes that he listened to the book. It's a win-win. That's perfect for families that have multiple children. Day one, Bobby gets to read the book, everybody listens. Annie gets to read a book, so everybody wins. You can also visit a state park. You can read historical markers, and I know there's at least 10 between the library and downtown, both state and local historical markers. And you can volunteer. If Mineola were to have a cleanup day and you spend an hour picking up trash in your neighborhood, those 60 minutes count. So we're doing that. I wish I could remember every single thing we have written down. It's still kind of fluid because we're not sure of the order other than the kickoff party and the wrap-up party. Those are carved in stone. We'll also be going to the primary and intermediate campuses during summer and taking a really quick 15-minute program and giving them an opportunity to check out a book to keep in their classroom. And they can read it, they can switch, whatever, and we'll get them back at the end of the time. I need to remind the teachers that second Second grade is usually the best at getting all their books back in by the time we go there last time. I eventually get the books back from all the other grades, but not by our last visit. Second grade wins that hands down, but I don't have anything other than say go second grade. But we will go and we will do a really quick program. Sometimes it's song and dance, sometimes it's art, sometimes it's science. We do head and shoulders, knees and toes, forward and backwards, and that's not doing it this way and turning my back to you. It's head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but then we go backwards, toes, knees, shoulders, head. That's easy. It's the facial parts that mess you up going backwards. So we'll do that. But the biggest thing is to get the kids reading, to get them to understand the library is a fun place. It's a place for learning. We had 112 first graders, roughly, come out on Friday with their teachers. Many of them, much more this time than in the last 2 or 3 years, went home with a library card because they filled out the form, we got it all done. Actually, I say we, the Queen's English we. Durin, who's our only librarian, I'm like, get the card number, get their first and last name on it. When all this is over, we'll go back and fill in the rest of the stuff. And so I'll have to go back and do it, but he made all those first grader cards. So when those came in, by the time that class left, they had the cards for all the applications they brought in. And then Friday afternoon and all day Saturday, we had first graders coming back to use the library card or to get the library card because they'd seen their friend go home with the library card. So it was a very positive, exhausting day on Friday. And what they do is they come in, they get a welcome to the library, half gets a story, half takes a tour. The tour comes in for the story goes out, takes a tour, and then we do a switch on the buses. It's a very choreographed switch because they're all coming into the same room. So sometimes the water's hard and the inside group goes straight to the bus and then the outside comes in. Sometimes they're all on one side. Sometimes they're waiting on the bus and then we go line up, but you should see it. Play School also does that once a month, and we're talking 2, 3, and 4-year-olds taking a field trip, learning to hold hands, to stay together, to cross the street, to come in, and to go back. And yes, Miss Hurley usually brings up the rear going back, so nobody falls and worries about being out in the middle of the street. Or the teachers who are holding 4 kids with 2 hands don't have to worry about one getting loose and running back because I'm there to catch them and send them the other way. Oh, part of the giveaway on summer reading, Scholastic does this special thing where they have boxes of books for pre-K to 1st, 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th. And I ordered those 3 boxes. And something, I don't know the math on this one. I read books. Anyways, for so many other books you get, then you get free ones. So I have 3 large boxes and 2 that probably make one large box together of books to give away, both at the end of our visits to summer school and at the end of our summer reading program. And if they still haven't been distributed widely enough, you will see them at Halloween. We don't usually do candy at the Halloween booth. We do books. We do bookmarks. We did math one summer and didn't have that many attendees. Egg timers, turn it over, watch the sound. Those were coveted, along with tape measures that Halloween. You got a tape measure? I didn't get a tape measure. Do you want I got an egg timer. What do you do with that? Well, you cook an egg and you time it to see if it's done. And the sand runs through, and yes, like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of your lives. Over their heads, but the moms were like, not seriously. You are welcome to come help me on any of these. I was telling John the dinosaur that will be at the bottom of the excavation. We need to assemble to see how hard it is to assemble and to make sure all parts are in there. And is that for 4 dinosaurs or is that possibility of 4 different dinosaurs? So we need to practice that. You are welcome to come in for that. Opening day, like I said, we'll have the ring toss, we'll have the dinosaur, and we'll have the outdoor motions. Help run those stations there. Ice cream. If you help dip the ice cream and do the chocolate and whipped cream, you get ice cream too.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yeah, and the other things that we do when Ranger Junior comes, that's his field. Anybody that volunteers, if he has an activity, it's just to help him share, which most of the time they do. But just make sure if it's a coloring activity, if pink crayon's at the far end of the table and nobody will pass it, that's our job, is to get that pink crayon and bring it to the other end of the table. Or if they need more paper, I have an infinite supply of paper. I can shred paper, but if you really need something to do, an excuse to get out of the house, I will turn you loose with my paper shredder and our scraps, and you can help us do that. So we will have that ready for our archaeological dig. Yeah, so that about covers what's coming up and where I need you. And we are there Tuesday to Saturday. We open at 9 o'clock each day. We close on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6, Wednesdays at 5:30, Friday at 4, and Saturday at 3. We're closed Sunday and Monday. I thought you were open on Mondays. Well, in 1975 was the last time we were open on Mondays, because they would turn on the air when they came into work. They would be there 3 hours, and about the time it got cool, they would turn off the air. And that's really hard on equipment, so we'll just take Monday off the charts. And we have not looked back. Now, we do leave the HVAC on all the time, so it's not so much wear and tear on the equipment, and it's comfortable in our climate-controlled space. So if the air conditioner goes out at your house, come to the library during business hours. It is a cool place to be. In the winter, it's a warm place to be. So it's all things, all people. Y'all have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Mary, would you like to mention movie night and
I probably should do that, shouldn't I? Okay, so we have 2 fundraisers coming up. One is currently going on online, easttexasgivingday.org. Look for Mineola Memorial Library. It will culminate on Tuesday, April 28th. This is an opportunity for online giving for all those that chose to participating nonprofits. And if you think, just for argument's sake, because I have not looked to see who all's on there, but in years past, it has been the library, League of the Arts, and APET. And you think, I would like to give to each of those, but I don't want to do 3 different stops. I don't want to mail 3 different checks because I still write checks. You can go online and say, I want APET to have this, I want League of the Arts to have that, and I want the library to have this, and then you go to check out, and there's your donations. And then you have a choice, because this is credit card. Do you want to absorb the cost of credit card processing? And if you do, then for argument's sake, say you gave $1,000, then you would absorb that fee, and it'd be $1,050.28. If you choose not to, then that fee gets divided between the entities that you've given to and taken out. Either way is fine. That's more than what we had. We are just looking to add to operating expenses, which could cover new books, office supplies, book covering materials, program materials, so we have that going on. And then on that evening, after you've gone online and given, and you need to relax for the day, the Select Theater, the oldest continuously operating theater in the state of Texas, and salute, they are allowing us to host a movie night. It is Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca. That's the one where the guy who's married for the 2nd time and Mrs. Danvers, the housekeeper, does not like her. That's the premise of the movie. We will be collecting donations that night, cash donations. I would like for us to raise $1,800. There is a book format called Vox Book, voice something. Anyways, there is a built-in speaker and recording of the book. So you open the book, you press the button, and it says, red fish, blue fish, and then you turn the page, and it reads the next, and makes the sound when it's time to turn the page. We have beginning readers, we have a few nonfiction readers, and we have a few chapter books. Those books are $60 a piece. They are great. We haven't been able to buy additional books in a while because they're $60 a piece. So if we could raise $1,800 that night at the movies, I could get 30 box books for the kids and bring something in that's new, which would be awesome. So that's Tuesday, April 28th at 7 at the Historic Select Theater. And if you've ever been on Tuesday nights, you know, there are door prizes and trivia games, and then you get your cartoon and your sing-along, although I can't imagine what the sing-along to Rebecca might be. But you should go and see. And then, so while we're collecting cash donations, please visit the concession stand to support the theater, because they are also a nonprofit like we are. And the East Texas Giving Day, like I said, that's all of Northeast Texas, anybody who participated. The official day is Tuesday the 28th, beginning at 6 a.m. and running until midnight that night. So if you get to midnight 01, you missed it. But you can come in and see me and make a donation there. So, yeah, we will be down at Mayfest, Fiesta de Mayo, whatever it is, on May night. We'll have a booth. We're going to do what I am calling this year the Presidential Book Sale. Bring your Washingtons and your Lincolns. The books are 25 cents a piece, 5 for $1. We gladly take Lincoln, Washington, Jackson. Grant is really nice if you want to bring some of those. So we'll be selling that, and if I can get my son, who I thought was going to be a fish farmer, he had tons of fish tanks all over the house. He's agreed to give me one clean. We're going to use that as a fundraiser. I'll have little fish graffiti gravel or whatever. There'll be a thing sitting in there. You drop your coins in. If your coin lands on the thing, which is probably a big jar, then you win a prize. And since summer reading is another story, it will probably be a tiny dinosaur, but you will walk away with something. So, did I get it all? Okay. Any other questions? And if you want to get a reading log, we have it there. If you want information, tell your friends and family about summer reading. I have flyers for that too. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
good to see you.
I have something for you.
The book.
It's a book.
Did you give up your lunch?
No, it is not. It is not a book. However, it does involve reading. And this is our Rotary coin.
Oh,
Have
okay.
you seen one of these?
I have not seen one.
This is really cool. It has a Rotary symbol and everything on the front.
Okay.
And on the back, it has something called our four-way test. Are you familiar with that? Well, now you have it. Right. This is your four-way
Oh, I
test.
didn't. I just figured it out.
Because sometimes it's, there's 4 to it.
Right?
The fair one I remember, and the beneficial one I remember. The truth and the better friendships, I don't always remember. I can't remember them all.
Now
at
you
the
have
same
a way
time.
to remember
Now I
all
have
of
no
them.
excuses. Thank you very much.
Now, what's
You
the
bet.
fifth?
Thank you.
What's the fifth?
Oh, there is a fifth. It's not on the coin and it's not on our board. But we're going to cover it here just a little bit
Okay.
later and you'll hear that.
Okay,
Again, thank you, Mary.
thank you.
All right, everyone, as we wrap up, look at that. Mary kept us right on
I
time.
tried.
I love that. And I love that she was talking about the East Texas Giving Day. That is a great thing too. And we will be looking more into that. Do we have anything that needs to be covered before we get out of here today? We all good on everything? All right. Well then, with that, I'd like to have everybody rise. And the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. What is number 1?
Is it the truth?
Number 2?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Number 3?
Well,
Whether we
Number 4?
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And somebody tell Mary what number 5 is.
Will it be
Will it be
fun?
fun?
Will it be fun?
Thank you, everyone.
With gusto.
With gusto.